Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for liking, following, subscribing, sharing, all the things. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to go here if you need more fun. I have no longer available items, links to workshops and retreats. Some have Zoom options, pre-made scrapbook pages, and information on joining my team. They're paying you $1 to join, and there's no pressure, no minimums. Literally no reason not to sign up, at least just to get commission on what you're already buying. You do have the option of making a little side money by selling to a few friends around the kitchen table if you want to, but it is totally optional. You can also find a link to my Creative Memories website where you can shop all the things I'm going to use today. Virtual crop sketches are due tonight in the Virtual Crop Facebook group. And that's what I'm working on. I'm also trying to finish up Ren's first year little scrapbook. I have her 12-month spread to do and then her birthday spread to do. So I'm trying to finish that up. So we're going to work on some Ren pictures and a virtual crop sketch. So let's get to it. Okay, so like I said, I have just one spread left and then her birthday spread to do in this cute little baby book. It turned out so cute. I love that on the bottom it gives you some prompts like this is before she was, or when she was born, and then 1 month, and it goes all the way to 12 months. Love that. And like I said, it turned out super cute. I'm ready to move on though, ready to do something different. So I might cover this up because I'm going to use a virtual crop sketch. If you haven't bought your birthday or earned your birthday promo, it does include, it's really cool actually. And if you got the binder last year, you're going to want it. So it comes with a divider that says challenge accepted. And then it comes with 3 of these card folder or holders. I don't even know what the word is. And then you just pull these cards out when you want to challenge yourself. Scan the QR code. It shows you a sample of what they're telling you to do. Use a palette of warm autumn colors. And then there's an example of it in this QR code. So it's super fun. And then you turn it around when you've completed the challenge. And then hopefully you'll get them all done. There's 52. So you can do 1 a week in 2026 and get them done. But the other thing that's included in there is the project recipes for this year. All printed neatly for you. And virtual crop sketches, all printed neatly through August. Unfortunately, they had a mishap at the printer, so January and February didn't get printed, but I print them every month anyways to put in here. So if you already had the binder from last year, you definitely want the birthday promo. You get it for free with a $120 order. We did just launch our Christmas stuff, and I think this will be lots of inspiration for everybody throughout the year, but we are going to use this sketch to do this. So I have a few pieces of magical moments. So these pictures I have are from the lake, most of them, some of them. So I have magical moments. I have the mermaids and magical moments. Those are the embellishments I'm going to use. And then I have this water paper and this paper that looks like sun to me. And then there's like mermaid tail on the back. That's what we're going to use. I am going to use the fishnet punch also. So I think that's the first thing I'm going to do is punch this orange with the fishnet. And I think this is kind of directional, so I'm going to punch it so that I still have use of the paper. So I'm lining it up at the black mark on the front. And I'm just going to punch. There's a little triangle here to tell you where to go. Uh-oh, I went off a little, looks like. But I'm just covering up what I punched on the tray. So there's no more blue on the tray once I'm in the right spot. And I need 2 of those. I'm going to start over and do it again. I'm also looking for that triangle that's going to help me line it up in the right spot. I love our border punches. They are the best on the market, in my opinion. Okay. So I got those. So we can put the fishnet away. And although there is some cute little pieces to the fishnet, I'm not going to save them. They're too little for me, but you might like them. I do want, let's see. I think I will do, so I'm trying to scale this down for an 8x8, right? So this looks like a 2-inch piece to me, maybe. Let's see. I can figure this out probably. There's 1.5 inches. There's 8. That's 9.5. So yeah, I would say this is about 2 inches on a 12-inch sheet. So I'm just gonna do 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. And then the other thing I need to do is I need to try and make this circle over here. So I'm going to try and get an 8x8 piece of paper out of this water. Hopefully I can. I think I can. Obviously I already used this somewhere else. We just need an 8x8. Perfect. And let's see what else. We have our fishnet. So I have mermaids or this. I love this. Let's cut so this is 3/4 on here. Let's just do half inch. And we're gonna do 2 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch by 8. Ooh, well, yeah, we're just gonna cut some 1/2 inch pieces off real quick. And I'll make those 8 in a minute. We also need, how about some mermaid tails? Is that too much? Is that gonna be too much together like this? Maybe we need some yellow or pink or another blue. We could just do another blue. We'll just do another blue. 1/2 inch of those. I recently put a new blade and a new mat in my trimmer, and oh my gosh. Oh, we have to cut these to 8 inches, by the way. So I'm just gonna stack them up. Oops. And stick them in here all together. Ooh, those were already 8. Okay. Last thing we need to cut is this circle here. So, oh, and we need to cut this to 8. And our fishnets to 8. So I'm just going to cut 4 inches off. And we'll cut 4 inches of our fishnet off. And hopefully this all comes together the way I think it's going to. But we shall see. All right, last thing, we need to cut this circle. So I'm just gonna get my square out here and I'm gonna find my biggest circle. And I'm even gonna look at the jumbo, but I think it's way too big. So that is my biggest circle, and we're going to use the blue blade because we want a pretty chunky circle. So I'm going to center this as best I can. I'm just eyeballing it. And I'm going to go on the outside with the blue blade on this 8-inch square piece of paper. Perfect. And I'm probably gonna save that. This is the piece we're gonna use though over here. And then last thing, I'm gonna get my photo trimmer out. We need to trim up our photos. So I'm scaling this down, remember? So I need some 2.5 inch square pictures. So I printed these a little smaller. And we're just gonna do our best to squeeze everything we want in there. And hopefully it'll work out pretty good. And some stuff, ooh, that one came close to not being big enough. Perfect. A little more. I printed them smaller. I do like cutting my pictures down pretty, a lot. I like scaling them down, but so I can put more pictures on. But I also like seeing the whole picture. So like I could have left this big, but then you wouldn't have been able to tell that she was driving the boat. So, and the same with this one. I could have just chopped her face off or up and had her little cute little face on the picture, but then you wouldn't have been able to tell that she's on the boat and she's wearing her life jacket. And so I decided to print them a little smaller. Speaking of printing pictures, we do have a new printer at Creative Memories. So if you haven't gave them a shot, please do. Obviously for these kinds of projects when I'm working at home, I messed that one up. I like to have the option to print my own, but I don't always print my own. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this back together and try and salvage this. So this is really handy for tape chips if you have them, which I don't think I have any with me sitting here. So we might just have to tape that and put something behind it. But tape chips work really well for this problem. I'll just put another like that for now, kind of welding it. All right, let's do 2.5 this way first. And then we'll see if we can get, oh, just barely too much. That'll work. So some of these are not from the lake. They're just from us here at the house, but they were super cute, so they had to go. And if you remember, this is my, 12-month pictures. And we're just going to cut this one a little bit. This is supposed to be a 4x6. We're going to do it 2.5 by 4. That way we can get lots of pictures in here. Ooh, that was close. And then these others are 4 by 2 3/4. So we are going to do 2.5. Ooh, they're going to be tiny. 2.5 tall. We'll see if we like this. Let's do 1.5 inches or 1.5 inches. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. 1.5 inches. Her cute little pigtails. So these are 2.5 by 1.5 inches, and I don't know how I feel about it. How about 1 3/4 inches? 2.5 by 1 3/4 inches. And then I have to do this one too, but I'm not a big fan of cutting this one up too much because it is adorable. She loves her papa. We can do 2.5 by 2, I suppose. Okay. But then I want to mat them. What should we mat them in? We have this yellow. Maybe we should put our pieces down first. Let's do that. Get rid of all the garbage. Let's put all our pieces on where they go. This mermaid paper is so cute. So I am covering up the little pre-printed 12-month thing on there, but I think it's fine. We have done plenty. Let's see, that is supposed to go on the inside, but I kind of want it on the outside because it has holes. And I do like this thing. This is our, this is actually our mats for inking, but they work perfect for this as well. Ooh, that's so fun. Maybe that's what we do. All right, let's put these on first. And we'll do the fishnet last so we can see what we really want. All right, so we have this and we have this, and then we could do this, which looks pretty cool. Or we could do this and this with this, which I don't like. You can't even tell what those are. I kind of like this, which means over here we would have this and this. I think I like that. That's what we're gonna do. So let's tape these guys on. Now I just realized something else. That we're probably gonna have some of that stuff showing if I'm not careful. So there's 4 sketches every month. You have a Friday at like 4 Central Time, I think, till Tuesday at 11 Central Time, 11 p.m. Central Time. So you still have a few hours to get your sketches in. I love the prize drawings. I have won once. It was super exciting. I'm going to use my repo on here. They give away punches and albums and all kinds of stuff. So it's super fun. Perhaps I should scoot this over just a hair so that, there we go. I like that better. All right, done with the silicone mat for now. Let's get our pictures out and see what we're gonna have to cover up, because we have this bottom. And I think what I'll do is make another strip for right here of the yellow. I liked the yellow. And we'll do, I guess I better measure. Let's here. 3/4 of an inch. So we need a 3/4 by 8. Just gonna cut 4 inches off. That way I don't have to bring my arm out. And we could do, what did I do? That evidently wasn't 12 inches. It wasn't. Let's try that again. 3/4, and we will bring the arm out. We could either do the yellow or we could do the mermaid tail. I think I'm gonna do mermaid tail. And then we'll tape our pictures on. Oh, and I am going to mat some of these. Not these ones. These ones aren't gonna get matted. And I'm gonna put a little gap in here. Perfect. And my little stitched together picture is just fine. I don't like that sticking out, but it's okay. All right, before we move on, let's find some paper. I guess yellow is the answer. So I'm just gonna tape. This is one of my favorite tricks. I tape pictures on here. Oopsies. Not really thinking about much, just slapping them on there. Get my scissors. I'm gonna trim these out. Oops. And someone needs to remember that that's not a 12-inch piece of yellow. All right, then we're going to cut these apart and put our mats together. So I feel like that's pretty even on the top. So I'll just use that as my starter. You can measure and make your mats perfect if you want. That's just not my style. So I just pick a fairly straight side and go from there. Perfect. And we know this bottom is straight, so I'm going to start with that one because that's the manufacturing side. At least you hope it's straight, right? Okay. Those are all done. So we'll tape these on. And then we'll do the few embellishments I have, and I'll journal later. Actually, I don't know how much journaling I really have. This is kind of self-explanatory. Kind of. Isn't that adorable? All right, and then our little fish, which I think need popped up probably. Something does for sure. Uh-oh. Had a rogue foam square. So again, all this paper, these embellishments are from Magical Moments. All of our growing up little side collections are perfect if you have kids. I love them. Super fun. It kind of blends in there, doesn't it? It's okay. So adorable. Okay, so there's my layout. Here's my inspiration. I think it's pretty darn close. Okay, I hope you liked that. I sure did. It's probably one of the funnest pages I've done in a while for Ren's book, so I'm super excited. Like I said, I have that one birthday layout left. I might do that next week or maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Don't forget to go here if you need more fun. No longer available items, advisor exclusives, pre-made scrapbook pages, links to workshops and retreats. Some have Zoom options. I have links to my Forever affiliation, my Stamp and Storage affiliation, my Amazon must-have list, and my Creative Memories website, with which, if you're not already loved by an advisor, you can shop all the things I used today. And information on joining my team. Would love to have you. I have a growing team. I'm going to Jamaica. I want others to go with me. So don't forget to go here for more fun, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much.